Hi friends. Today we are going to read a short story by Ruskin Bond. It's a story of about 6 to 7 pages, I guess. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. The title of the story is Time Stops at Shamli. Right? So let's begin. So he starts with because he has lived his entire life in India. So his stories are mainly based in India, right? And as we all know, he write romantic stories. So let's begin. The Dehra Express usually drew into Shamli at about 5 o'clock in the morning, at which time the station would be dimly lit. Just imagine, right? I'm narrating the story. You just close your eyes and imagine what I'm saying. The station would be dimly lit, and the jungle across the tracks would just be visible in the faint light of dawn. Shamli is a small station at the foot of the Shivalik hills, and the Shivalik lies at the foot of the Himalayas. So, as you all know, at the northernmost part of India, there is Himalayas, and then there is Shivalik ranges, right? They also called Little Himalayas. So there's a small hill station named Shamli, and he's beautifully explaining how Shamli looks like at 5 o'clock in the morning. And the Shivaliks lie at the foot of the Himalayas, which in turn lie at the feet of God. So see, he beautifully placed that Shivaliks at the feet of the God. Okay. So the station, I remember, had only one platform, an office for the station master and a waiting room. Right? An office for the station master and a waiting room. The platform boasted a tea stall, a fruit vendor, and a few stray dogs, like all stations in India. The stray dogs are compulsory, right? A fruit vendor and a tea stall at 5 o'clock in the morning. What else does a man need? The platform boasted a tea stall, right? Not much else was required because train stopped at Shamli for only 5 minutes before rushing on into the forests. Okay. Then from Shamli, the forests of the Shivaliks, they start. So train stops at Shamli and then it rushes on into the forest. So he wonders why it stopped at Shamli. I never could tell. Nobody got off the train and nobody got in. There were never any coolies on the platform. But the train would stand there for a full 5 minutes and the guard would blow his whistle, and presently Shamli would be left behind and forgotten until I passed that way again. So he usually takes that train and he is very fascinated with Shamli, right? Uh, I was paying my relations in Saharanpur an annual visit when the night train stopped at Shamli. It was 36 at the time. I was 36 at the time and still single. So Ruskin Bond was 36 years old, right? And he was still single at that time. On this particular journey, the train came into Shamli just as I woke up from a restless sleep. The third class compartment was crowded beyond capacity. As always, Indian trains are very crowded, right? And third class compartment, he means the general class. And I had been sleeping in an upright position with my back against the lavatory door. Now someone was trying to get into the lavatory. He was obviously hard pressed for time. I'm sorry, brother, I said, moving as much as I could on one side. He stumbled into the closet without bothering to close the door. Where are we now? I asked the man sitting beside me. He was smoking a strong aromatic beedi. So India is known for its beedis, right? So he asked the person sitting beside him, ki, where are they right now? Because the train stopped there. Shamli station, he said, rubbing the palm of a large colossal hand against the frosted glass of the window. I let the window down and stuck my head out. There was a cool breeze blowing down the platform, a breeze that whispered of autumn in the hills. So there was an autumn season going on, and cool breeze was there at 5 in the morning. As usual, there was no activity except the fruit vendor walking up and down the length of the train with his basket of mangoes balanced on his head. At the tea stall, a kettle was steaming, but there was no one to mind it. So there was no tea vendor. There was a tea stall, no tea vendor. I rested my forehead on the window ledge and let the breeze play on my temples. I had been feeling sick and giddy, but there was a wild sweetness in the wind that I found soothing. Right? So we'll continue from there. Let me know if you liked it. Bye.